Live. It's a little smoky in here. I cooked some bacon and the edge is burnt. I cook it in the oven, so it's a little smoky. Welcome in, everybody. Look what we got here. Psst. What are you doing? Huh? What's going on? What's up, Darren? How you doing, man? Doing good. Just settling in. What's up, Sparrow? Darren's First Blood on the Proudmasculine live stream. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in. Come in, we'll build up the chat. We'll get started. Getting a little bit of a late start. I just got home a little bit ago. I had to eat. I was starving. Starving. But I feel better. I had a giant breakfast dinner. Welcome to the Proudmasculine live stream, February 27th. February 27th. And yeah, you know, it looks like I'm getting a little more visibility, but I still have the Telegram chat, the Telegram group that I put the lives in, the link to the lives, so you get the notification in there. Some people still ain't getting it. Yeah, last night, kind of ran into some stuff. I had to take the night off. I'm hoping to see this girl Sunday. If I see her, I'm going to get her number. I'm going to get the date so we can go for coffee. That's the plan. What's up? Still here? I see you. Good, Darren. Don't wait on that. Get the number and get the date right there on the spot. If you let too much air in between that opportunity, it's going to fizzle. You know what I mean? It's going to lose its appeal. Strike while the iron's hot, brother. I want to see you get that. Come on in, everybody. Hit that like coming in. Smash that like button. And yeah, we're just getting started. What's up, Vortex? Well, I'm just getting home. I'm wore out. We had a rough class tonight. Paulie, what's up? Hello, welcome in. That's the hardest I've trained in probably over a year. I needed that. Oh, I feel so good when I train like that. You know, I've been injured. I haven't been able to do anything. I went back on the first of the year. Yes, Roy, I speak English. She's probably one of the most down-to-earth and beautiful women that I've ever seen in my life. That's good, Darren, but don't act like that affects you. Treat her as if she's just some regular person. If not, your emotions are going to get the best of you. The nerves are going to get the best of you. She's going to sense that. I want to see you get what you want, brother. That's why I'm telling you this. Be confident. Go get that number like you get numbers all the time. Rupali, I can't understand what you're saying. I'm guessing that's what, Filipino? Yeah, buddy. Rob Mack. Mardi Gras ain't bad. It's getting a little bit in my way. It'll be over Tuesday. But it's getting in my way a little bit where I'm working. Because it's right in the heart of the city. And like come parade time, they shut streets down. Like you can't get anywhere. You can't move in the city. Like when my dad lives uptown, like once you pass a certain time, he can't even get to his house to park. Roy, it is 10:16 p.m. You can go with that. I can help you with that, Darren. But good. You got it, man. You got it under control. Let me know if you need some help. Vortex says, Enzio Lagardo says, you look cool. Thank you, man. Vortex says, FR Kratos, dude. I've heard that before. Kratos from that game. God of War, I think, is it? Crunch Daniels, you're welcome. I hope it was good. I hope you liked it as much as I did. And I know you did. So yeah, oh shit. What's up, Lopez? Doing well, man. Just getting home a little bit ago. Going well. Good day, good productive day. Now I'm here doing my live stream. I had me a big ass dinner. Big breakfast dinner. Now I'm getting sleepy. But it's all good. I'm gonna do this live. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Holy shit. Hold up, y'all. I'm coming. Let's see. I didn't have a topic for tonight, hi, but I had a breakfast dinner. Let's see. Maya says, in my opinion, I think girls like guys who are comfortable in their own skin. I don't know comfortable, not necessarily overly confident. I mean, we got to feel like we contribute too, I think. Yeah, well, girls love confidence. Girls love confident, arrogant guy. And they can say, we don't like gay. Yes, you do. It's a matter of fact you do. That's what women respond to. The reason is because a woman needs to look up to you. She needs to look up to you. She likes to look up to the man. And she can't look up to a man who puts her on a pedestal where she's looking down at him. And yeah, because you got to know, one of the biggest attractive qualities from a woman to a man is seeing a man who is comfortable, who is unapologetically himself. That shows stability, that shows confidence, that shows calm, that shows centered, and that's everything a woman is not. An emotional, edgy, nervous man, it's so unattractive to a woman because they're emotionally edgy and nervous. They need that strong masculine presence to make them feel safe where they can just surrender and be their chaotic selves. Knowing that a guy can handle that can handle our emotional swings, handle her mood swings, handle her chaos without being affected. That's what's so attractive about it. She can go and act up and do all that shit and still just treat her like the little girl. And that's a fact. Look, cocky jerks get more women than anybody. The very women say they hate, they fuck. He's a jerk. He's a cocky jerk, but I like him. It's like magnetic. The guy who brings her flowers, tells her all the sweet things, and fixes her car and pumps her tire up. Yeah, okay, Maya, I'm wrong. Well, that's your opinion. Well, y'all can say all this nonsense you want. I like flowers. I don't like arrogant jerks. I know better. So if some guy brings you flowers on a first date, is that guy getting laid? No, absolutely not. The guys who do that kind of shit hear the things like, oh, you're such a nice guy. You're going to make such a boyfriend one day. I'm so glad. Yeah, I don't care, Sparrow. Oh, you're such a good friend. A wounded woman, Look, I'm not here to debate, sweetheart. I know what I know. The numbers don't lie. And look, you see, this is another thing women do, fellas, is they internalize something as if you say one woman that they all think they take it personally, as if you talking about them. They internalize whatever's being said. Everybody's been wounded. Nobody comes out of life unscathed. Everybody's wounded. Yeah, and everybody likes kindness in the offset. Would you take it for granted after a little while and view it as weakness? Because that's usually the downfalls of a relationship, that a guy starts responding with kindness and gentleness, and the girl perceives him as weak. rather than being a kind person. And it's okay to say you like strength. I didn't get my purple belt. Yeah, Tripathy, you're right. Romantic movies are the worst thing to learn dating. This whole rom-com idea that, the guy who loves the girl just never gives up and buys her flowers and sings at her window and, does all these goofy, zany things to win the love and affection. I'll prove to her how good of a boyfriend I am and that she's going to come running from the airport to come run into his arms and they spend their life happily ever after. That's the biggest lie perpetrated about romance and relationships. This Disney fantasy of the whatever. I know what I know. That's every woman on this planet. Oh, okay. So here we go. Another example, fellas, of a woman should tell you how to be a man. A real man does this. A real man is not cocky. A real man shows strength. A real man. So anytime you hear a woman start trying to portray that shit, that's a manipulation. What's up, Nicole? Divine, what's up? Does the rejected feeling wear off? Yeah, it does. Look, dude, you got to get used to rejection. Get in bed with it. You're going to get rejected. All right, Maya. Maya, how old are you? And are you in a relationship? Yeah, Divine. You got to get used to it, man. Who cares if you get rejected? Being a man is about being rejected. Being a man is about handling rejection. You're going to get a lot of no's. All right, so 44, not in a relationship, yet you know everything about what women want. Makes sense. And you know how men should be. Enough said. So, yeah, I do believe that rejection, man's rejection is God's protection. I do believe that. And look, it's just part of life. Not everything you do is going to be a yes. Am I romantic? To an extent. There's a degree of romanticism that exists. If the situation warrants it, like if my girl and I have been getting along and things are going great and she's behaving and things are going well, I definitely am. And here's the thing most people don't understand. Men are the real romantics. They portray it as the women are the romantics. The men are the real romantics. The men are the one who get caught up in this, like they go on a couple of dates and they already thinking, oh, she's so gorgeous and, oh, this is going to be such a great relationship. They get carried away with it quick, doing the fantasizing and looking ahead. And that's it's one of the biggest myths perpetuated in society, that women are romantics. Women want romance from the right guy and at the right time. And it's only seen as romance if, it's only seen romantic in a good sense is if you're the man in her life that she looks up to and respects. Then she values the romance. Other than that, it comes off as needy. To slime. They have good women out there. Now look, society as a whole has turned masculinity and femininity on its head. Got it all mixed up. But there's still a lot of available good women out there as they are a lot of good men. Maya, how many nice guys you know that were a good guy would make you happy, but that you didn't have a chance to? Maya, you irritating a person. It's not irritating. Look, we can have a difference of opinion here on this channel. I've always promoted that. I know what I know. I mean, I'm not going to have anybody talk me into a trap or try to run that nonsense on me. Tell me. But it's okay to have a different opinion. I don't have any animosity towards that at all. It's okay for people to have their own opinions and form their own opinions. But, you know, Tater Slime, they will have, they do have some good women out there. You know, you have women who've grown up in families with a healthy mother and father figure who do value, you know, relationships and the institution of marriage and motherhood, and who know how to be in a healthy relationship just by example. And look, you can even have people who've had a shaky childhood and a shaky past and have done the work on themselves. But like what society promotes and encourages women to do, no, it's awful. They have created a battle of the sexes. They've created division because of our differences. They've tried to make women like men and men like women, and it's got everything all topsy-turvy. And the kids are the one who's ultimately suffering because they're growing up in this shit. But what you're starting to see more and more of is women coming out. Yeah, I don't care if somebody doesn't agree with me. I know what I know. I'm not going to change my stance. But, you know, whatever works for the individual, I'm all for it. Say, hey, buddy, got to go to bed later. We'll know how it goes. See you on Sunday. Have a great weekend, though. All right, Chan, come back with a good report for us. But there's also male nature and female nature, and people don't like to look at that. There's true human nature that exists in women, and there's true human nature that exists in men. And you'd be foolish to not understand what that means and what that looks like, and not to understand how that works to make it work for your advantage. And there are definitely things that women respond to that they say they don't like. Yeah, well, you know, guest, you say those who practice morality are good men and women. Who's to say? What's moral? I mean, does morality like really make a person good or bad, you know? Ah, you like that, huh? Yeah, I was just me goofing around, showing he's still my baby boy. He's still my baby boy. 21, he's bigger than me. As a woman, I wish that you would sit back from the camera to show off your strong arms. There you go. Maybe the real love in those rural areas. Cities offer no actual relationships. Well, that's because shit's going wild, Slime. Luther Marshall says, how much of that culture is driven? It's all driven, brother. It's all driven by consumerism. That's what it is. Do you know how much more the system gains from how much more the system benefits having women and men apart and working? Think about it. What do they get to do if you got a mom working and a dad working and the dad not in the home? Divine says $5 super chat with the big 5-piece for the night. W's in the chat. Thank you, Divine. Much appreciated, man. Appreciate the donation. Think about it. let me give y'all a quick soliloquy here of why they want women running through the cop carousel and having the guy waiting in his 30s, a desperate guy waiting to rescue thy princess when she's been used up by all the bad boys. And she's got a few kids in tow and wants to wife up, marry the, successful guy she never would have looked at before. And I'll tell you why. It all has to do with control and consumerism. So if you have a single mom, a dad out of the kid's life, mom's got to work, dad's got to work. Where does the kid go? School. What do they get to do at school? They get to indoctrinate your children. While they're keeping you busy, keeping you living hand to mouth, paying bills, getting groceries, meeting your everyday needs, you're so overwhelmed, you don't even get to look up. So you have to pawn off your duties of raising your child on somebody else. Those somebody else people are waiting in the weeds like a tiger on the attack for the wounded gazelle, waiting to get a hold of your kids to indoctrinate your kids into their system. So what they do is tell little boys, you're bad, you're toxic, you have a toxic masculinity, you're toxic, and you're bad because you like to move around in class. So here, take these drugs, take this Adderall and sit still like a zombie while we indoctrinate you and compare you to the little girl who can sit still. Tell you you're bad. Susie sits still and listens like a good little girl, little boy. So you're a defective little girl. Take this medicine and do your duty as a man and listen. So the little boys that are full of aggression and energy and ideas and ambition are made to sit there like zombies. And you wonder why men are fucking depressed and sexless and anxious. And as soon as you get through, as soon as they finish with you in elementary school, they throw you up to junior high, then high school, where it really starts, where the peer pressure starts. And who's been influencing these kids up to high school? Teachers. Teachers telling little boys they're bad, and girl, you go get your career. Girl, you go sleep with a bunch of all them guys. And by the time you get to college, you're told, you don't need no man, you're a strong, independent woman. And men, you need to man up. Right? All the while, then you go out into the real world. And the well-to-do guy is invisible to women. The hardworking, well-to-do guy who really cherishes the idea of family, provisioning, protecting, he's invisible to women till they get older. And the chads and the guys that they really want are looking at the younger girls. Then they're interested in the other guy because he's finally built a nest egg and he's done well for himself. But they still get your kids and they still keep you divided. And they tell women, you don't need a man, and they tell men to man up. You be invisible, pay your dues. Then you got to circle back to the money that creates. You put women to work. Women are 80% of the consumers on the planet. They spend more money than anybody. So why keep them at home where they can't spend the man's money? Put them women to work. Put them in a workforce. You see what's starting to happen is, and that's a very short, abbreviated version of that. It goes into more detail and more depth, but that's just to give you an overview of what that looks like. And by the time you get old enough, they keep you buried under bills and taxes and debt that you don't even have a chance to look up and then see and enjoy your life. So they basically just want robots. They want human robots. And what'll happen is you're starting to see these women in their 40s who decided to be the career woman and put off having a family and getting married. These women are not happy with what they've been told and lied to by the feminists. They're not happy at all, and they're out here warning young women like, look, don't fall for it. That's not natural. It's okay to be a mother and stay home and nourish and raise your children. It's okay to serve your husband. while he goes out there and battles and conquers the world. And what these women often mistaken of, that they want equality and the same as men, they want the same as the top tier man, like the top 5% man. They want that. Because you look at the top 20 hardest jobs, infrastructure jobs and trades and all, it's still occupied by 90-something percent men. And for the last 100 years, the women are in the same categories of educating, nursing in those fields. So what that really says is we want the privilege or the benefit, but no responsibility, no accountability. And that's just not how it works. And it's turning society on its head. You have men who think that women are useless now. Women think they don't need men. You got children running around. You got little boys being raised by women. You got schools indoctrinating your children. Everything's getting fucked up. Why do you think the last administration was able to get so far into our psyches and have such an effect on society? Think about it. They feed you poison food. They feed you poison through the mainstream media. It's all about materialism and consumerism and idolatry, idolizing false gods like money and celebrities. It's just so disconnected from what life is really all about. Hi to you, Kenny. What's up, Divine? Good evening, Fred. Eric, my man. Look who it is. Good to see you, brother. Everybody say hi to Eric. How you feeling, man? Still here says, our food is contaminated. Well, I'm excited for the new administration because our food becomes clean. So do our minds. No more fast food, chemical-filled food for these poor kids. That's a really good point. I'm still here. Because Rep Wine, doing good, man. Doing good. Still here. We were talking the other day. I was talking to somebody about fast food even back in the day. I started watching that movie, The Founder. This is a few weeks back. And I watch a movie in like 20-minute increments. It takes me like a week to watch a movie. And it was about the McDonald's, Ray Kroc, and how that all came about. And even fast food back in the day, and they have this chart out by this guy called Carnivore Aurelius on Instagram. And he puts out these, like what Gatorade used to be. When the Gatorade first came out, it was like water, sodium, and lemon. Like it was very simple ingredients and some sugar. Now it's like this list of 40 ingredients you can't pronounce. FDC red, FDC yellow, brominated oil, corn syrup, and all this crap. It's just poison. Stuff your body doesn't even digest, that your body rejects. And it just clogs your body up with toxins. And this is why people are fat and sickly. And then the pharmaceutical industries own the food industry. So who do you think's selling them all these byproducts and keeping people sick and keeping them treated? It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. And so days ago, beef tallow. McDonald's fries used to be potatoes, beef tallow, and salt. That's what they used to fry their fries in. That's why they had amazing fries. Yes. That's right, Divine. It is. It's probably worse than smoking a pack of cigarettes. And think about soft drinks. Everything's in plastic now. Do you think a male trainer is better for a woman or a woman trainer? A woman trainer. Women train women, men train men. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. I smoke cigars. I don't give a fuck. Cigars are cigars. I love cigars. I'm not going to quit smoking them. But I mean, anything, you look at our food, it's poison. It's some of it's like pharmaceutical waste, petrochemical waste that we're consuming. And you wonder why we all fucked up with diabetes and cancer, heart disease, obesity. Have you been out in public lately? Say only so much a person can do unless living on a homestead, just doing what's possible. No soda or fried food. Nah, you can do more than that. Microplastics, yeah. There's really no way to get away from microplastics. That shit's everywhere now. You just got to know how to purge and cleanse your body. Detox. No, my push-ups are over with, Nicole. That was a 100-day challenge. I just got home from jiu-jitsu. I don't think I could do 100 push-ups. We had a badass class. We did a lot of work. That ended a while back. That was 400 days. Nobody even really joined in. But I went through with it. I saw it through. So yeah, that's it. You gotta, you don't have to homestead to have a garden. I mean, they have more and more. You're starting to see, like especially where I live out here, more and more. What do they call them? Like these fresh air markets are popping up where farmers come out with their stuff. People selling chicken eggs, like backyard chicken eggs, organic vegetables and whatnot. Aero grow, yeah, you can do that. Hydroponics. Like you're starting to see more and more of that. People are definitely starting to see what's wrong with society. Now, we have RFK, we'll wait to see what happens, but he's supposed to put the foot on the throat of the FDA, Big Pharma, Big Food. We have multiple farmers markets everywhere. We have different areas in town that do them different days on the weekend. But society should quit waiting for government to do something for them. Like there's things you could do as an individual to start immediately. And look, is it terrible if when you're in the mood and you want to go get some crappy ass Burger King? So what? All you're going to do is feel like shit after, but I say go ahead. If you're eating right and you're doing well for your body most of the time, you can indulge in that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You live by the 80-20, 85-15 rule. Don't feel guilty for eating some good tasting food. And that's what they've done with this processed food, that they've killed people's taste buds to what real good food tastes like and looks like. They put all of these enhanced flavors in all the food that's horrible for you and give it this amazing taste. And it tastes great. Yes, it's engineered to be addictive. Exactly, still here. You hit the nail on the head. So they get you addicted to the food. And then you go to eat something that's actually good for you and it's not very palatable. But that's temporary. If you commit to it and just keep eating clean whole foods, organic as possible, you develop a taste and a craving for that. Then you go to eat some box shit and you're like, oh my God, what is this crap? It tastes like shit. It makes you feel horrible. But think about what they feed in our kids in schools. Go look in a regular person's grocery basket when you go to the grocery. Cases of soft drinks and Lunchables and potato chips and boxed macaroni and cheese and, these high fructose corn syrup juices. Cole says, I'm a little confused on the days I don't exercise. I seem to lose a pound a day. When I do exercise, I either see the same weight or gain a pound. What is happening? You're probably just retaining a little fluid retention. That's usually what happens. That's a response to your body healing, your muscles healing, lactic acid, withholding fluid retention. That's usually where that little weight comes from. Lopez says, in as little as 3 or 4 days going without fast food, you can taste how bad it is for. Yeah. And you still look like when I'm driving around, I look in all the drive-throughs in different areas, like lower socioeconomic class areas have packed drive-throughs, packed walk-ins like McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and all these places. Still packed. People eating potato chips. And still here says, I've been eating clean since January, and something as simple as a strawberry mango slice tastes so good. But before I avoided anything like it, I only crave sugar, chocolate, flour. Yeah, that's what happens. Your body genuinely gets addicted to that. You get physically addicted to food. Make no mistake. That's on the realms of being addicted to cocaine. And the big food companies know that. This is why they designed the stuff the way they did. It wasn't for your best interest, believe me. Have you ever seen the food pyramid, the shit they tried to pass off as nutritious? And the stuff they tell you to stay away from? She said, well, I love cheesecake. Yeah, I love a piece of cheesecake. Look, I'll show you what I bought at the grocery last night when I went to get all my healthy shit. I got some wasabi peas. Those are really good snacks, and they're healthy. Look, I love cake too. I bought a Jewish kosher yellow cake mix. It's kosher and it has real ingredients, no preservatives and all that. Just like even the flour is unbleached. It's unenriched, unbleached flour. Sugar, potato starch, matzo cake meal, cocoa powder, salt, vanilla. So there's ways you can indulge a little bit. And when I make that cake, I'm going to eat it. I'm probably going to eat it in a matter of 2 days, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. You know why? A, because I don't give a fuck. B, because I take care of myself. And if I want to eat a piece of cake, I'm going to eat a piece of fucking cake. My body can take that and use it. All right, Divine. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the 5-piece, brother. So there's ways to come get some. There's ways to get around that. Like, I'm not discouraging anybody from, like, because when I go out to eat at a restaurant, I don't want to have to order chicken breast and broccoli. You know what I mean? I want appetizers, 2 appetizers, an entree, and the dessert. Like, that's what I do when I go out to eat. I'm not going to sell myself short. Now, like tonight, I had eggs and bacon with organic hash brown for some carbs. Because I need carbs to refuel. I burn some energy. I'm telling you, I burn some calories. And I try to eat that as often as I can. I eat as clean as I can, as often as I can. I drink water all day long. But when I want something sweet, I want something sweet. And I'm not even apologizing for it. I don't think you have to live. Now, look, the more militant you can be about your diet and what you put into your body, the more it's going to benefit you in every way, shape, or form. Mentally, physically, emotionally. If you think that food doesn't disrupt your hormones and has endocrine disruptors in it, you're wrong. The food they're putting out in the masses. You ever seen kids these days? It's like gender ambiguity. Like at a certain age, you can't tell the difference between a boy and a girl with this doughy look that they all have now. I mean, you can clearly tell some of them, but some of them are walking. I'm looking, is that a boy or a girl? Is that a little boy or a little girl? I can't tell the difference. Just boys have this estrogenic presence about them. And I even see grown men like that. And don't think that doesn't take a toll on you mentally. I've been wanting cookies. I don't get them. I know that I will get the whole pack. Still here says, yep, my 20-year-old suffers with the hormonal issues. It's amazing to see how much the diet has helped her as well. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's crazy how well your body responds when you give it the right fuel. And now to have these supplement companies that you don't need to supplement. Food has got all of the medicine and nutrients that you need to thrive as a human being. They didn't have all these supplements 40 years ago, 50 years ago. People walked around lean and in shape. And little boys had PE where they, climbed monkey bars and wrestled and ran and did shit like that. Exerted themselves physically and had healthy, nutritious meals. I'm telling you, the system. Hopefully RFK can reinstitute what it's like to have a healthy, strong country again. All this stuff going on. And what better starting place than what we're putting into our bodies as human beings first. It's not good for anybody. Well, hi, if you want cookies, just eat a few and put the pack away. I do that. And I get snacks like this. So when I eat a few, it's not a big deal. It's this natural peanut butter puffs. They're a little sweet. They're not filled with sugar. They're made with organic ingredients. My body can digest it. I'll eat about 5 or 6 pieces, and that's it. And the craving's gone. I get the wasabi peas. These are really good to eat. Just to curb your appetite, and you might have a snack craving. Eat 2 handfuls of those. You're good to go. And all it is peas and wasabi. Let me see. I mean, there's a few other little things, but, oh, wait a minute. These are not that good. Sorry. Okay, don't eat wasabi peas. My bad. I thought they were from Japan. Yes, they're peas coated in wasabi. They're fried and dusted with wasabi. So good. Delicious. I can hurt myself in these things. But there's all kind of easy, healthy snack alternatives. Like I usually keep a thing of celery in there. Break off a stalk of celery and eat it. You can put cream cheese on it or something. And look, you curb your appetite a little bit. And when your body's craving sugar, it's really wanting something else. Usually lacking some kind of mineral, magnesium or... Oh, God, y'all, I'm getting tired now. I'm still here. It says, why do you think that people become so reluctant to change their habits? I have an older gentleman friend who talks about changing his habits, but he never sticks to it. Because it requires discomfort and unfamiliarity. As humans, we don't like anything unknown. We don't like to experience discomfort. Humans will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. You understand that? A human being will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. So you'll expend more energy avoiding pain than you will expend to gain pleasure, because it's not instant. That's just, and especially the longer people have lived away, it's fucked. Once you get past a certain point, there's no convincing anybody anything. Now you've tapping into their core belief system. Everything they hold dear and cherished about themselves, about the world, about everything is programmed into their lives. Sometimes it's just too late. You ever saw The Matrix when he told Neo that you can't, once they get past a certain age, they don't try to red pill him. They don't tell him the truth. They can't handle it. Same thing. That was the parallel. That's the basis of that statement in the movie. It's too much on their core belief system. They want to believe that everything they've done their whole lives has been the right thing. Because coming to the realization that you've been doing it wrong and you were lied to and you believe that shit, you have to take a bit of accountability for that. And you kind of go through a period of grieving, the acceptance, denial, anger, depression, acceptance, however the stages are, I don't know, something like that. But same thing when you got to change a deep-seated core belief. And some people just can't handle that at a certain age or a certain point in their life. And they think it reflects on them and their character if they have to say, hey, I got this wrong. No matter how good it is for them. It's humility. Too much damn ego. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you for that super chat. Divine, I think he's already gone. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Eric, I wish you would have stayed, bud. Everybody say a prayer for Eric tonight. Good night, everybody. If you have not yet, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Join the Telegram group in the description so you can get the live alert. Get the link for the live stream. Get the alert on Telegram. Also, don't forget, I got the membership option in the top of the description. Join the channel. Become a member. There will be more perks suited and geared. This channel will gear towards its members. Members only streams and videos and chats and whatnot. But all right, everybody.